Hey, what's up, people? I am about to review a boat pump from Dick's Sporting Goods. Specifically, it's an Aquaglide pump for my Aquaglide inflatable Chinook two-person kayak, all right, which I used this morning. All right, so let's get into it. I bought this pump because I do have a pump, but something you should know if you're going to buy, because things that are getting really popular are stand-up paddleboarding. And then, of course, inflatable kayaks is a thing, but the paddleboarding is getting really popular. Here's the deal. From what I understand about paddleboards, that's something I've yet to do, because every time I go to Shawnee Mission Lake and try to rent one, it's like a 3-hour wait. If you have your own, which they're pretty cool, I think they run somewhere in the several $100 range, $400 maybe, you cannot just use a cheap $25 pump to pump that up. From what I understand, those floats, we'll call them, or the paddle boards, they require like 20 psi maybe, and that's going to require a pretty expensive pump if you don't want to do like a hand or foot pump. Okay, frankly, you could buy a foot pump. There's an Army surplus store in Argentine, Kansas City, Kansas area. I used to buy those for like $3 a pop. But that would take a long time. In fact, I don't even know if they can pump up to 20 psi. They definitely can pump up to 2 psi, which is what I have been using in combination with a cheap car pump for my kayak, but it still takes a long time to do that. So that's why I bought this one. Okay. Yeah. So 12-volt turbo pump is what this is called. It's made by Aquaglide. It has several different connectors. Okay, let me read off what those are. They are I think it goes like reverse on this side. Yeah, so Halkey Roberts valve, stem valve, Boston valve, rapid inflate valve, and then the fisheye valve. Okay, Boston I think is what my boat uses. So before you get pumps for anything, you might want to check into what kind of valve it uses. All right, so trying to do this safely, cutting away from myself. But if I seem a little bit sweaty, it's because, I went kayaking earlier. It was great, really hot day. Water's turned off in my apartment complex right now, so I can't shower yet. But, that's fine. All right, so instructions, probably good to have, because this is going to be a little more intense than a normal pump. All right, so got the hose. This hose feels, okay. Maybe I shouldn't squeeze that too much. It made a little pop when I squeezed it. Anyway, it feels heavy duty. All right, here's all the crazy attachments. All right, so the one I want will probably be this guy. I think that's the Boston. All right, I'll have to look more closely later. But the reason this is not a lot of the pumps that you'll see people have, the cheap ones, this you cannot plug into the car. You have to attach it to your battery, all right? And a lot of the pumps that can handle doing more than really like 0.6 psi, so I'm looking for something that can do, this is going to be 2.3 psi according to the specs that I read. They need a little more juice, I guess, than what a car port can offer. So you attach it directly to the battery. It's 10 feet of cable, I believe I read, or 9 or 10 feet, I think. And so that should be helpful. If you are trying to pump up a kayak, you definitely are going to do a lot of like walking around the kayak as you start to get it set up, especially if someone else setting up seats inside of it, connecting the paddles, putting the life vests in the kayak, those kinds of things. All right. So, this is pretty hefty. The shape and size of it is actually pretty compact, but it's pretty dense. I'm hoping this works pretty well. I might add a comment or two later or in the description about how this actually functions when I get out there and really use it. But I am looking forward to giving this a shot. So this is the part marked inflate, and it has a little notch in it. So this slides on, and then you twist, all right, to get it connected. And now, It did like a quarter turn, and now it's stuck. So that's good. And I likely will, actually I'll probably keep this in the front of my car, because like in the summertime, I have a passenger with me occasionally, but a lot of the time I don't. And it can go under their feet if they're in the car with me. Sorry, passenger. But yeah, I think I will leave this connected. I might not. But anyway, looks to me like it's going to be a good product. I will give my official like thumbs up or thumbs down after I get a chance to test it, which will probably be in the next week here or so. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and yeah, go have an adventure.